How's it going? Welcome back to another day here in ARK. What I have planned for today is to do some work on our bridge base. Now I did say a bridge base because we're literally built inside of a bridge. There's an opening right here, also one down on that side over there. Fantastic spot for an outpost. Now the thing is, our outpost is turning into a permanent base build. I like it, man, I like it. If you haven't seen the other videos yet, I'll give you a quick overview of the base. We got our Dino Depot storage right here for all of our tames. We got our war map up. Gotta know where you're going before you leave base. Storage on this side, including our bookcase as well. Over on this end, we've got all of our equipment, all of our crafting stuff over here. We've got a small little trophy area for our Alpha Dragon. First one I've seen in ASA. Never saw him over on Scorched Earth. But the texture and the colors on the trophy versus ASE looks fantastic, man. Got some small little dragons down on display here too. Out here, we've got our launch and landing platform for all of our flyers. Now, I know the Bison's not a flyer, but we're doing some work with him today, and I didn't want to forget about him. Want to build something on here, probably not in this video. Small little overhang or something, just so it's not just a wooden platform sticking off. Now on the back side over here, we've got our crops. We've got also our cooking area. Down here, we kind of worked on this some in the last build video. We set up a cliff platform just as a transition from the base down to the ledge. We've got our cooking pot, some more crops. We've got our generator and the guardian. It's a dung beetle, I know, man. But look, if you never punched a dung beetle, those guys hold... they hold a grudge for so long, man. Super aggressive. Kind of leads us down to what we're working on today. And that's going to be down here. What I want to do is set up a breeding area. Set up an area for the bison. Kind of why Junior's out up there. For getting all of our milk and stuff for raising up our little ones. Want to set up an industrial preserving bin. If we got that stuff to make one. I'm not too sure how we are on resources. But here's the thing, man. To me, Ragnarok is all about the dragons, right? You got all 4 flavors. You got a trench over there. You got a trench back here, plus a lot of the different areas around the snow biome for the ice ones. And I kind of want to come here to grab all of our dragons because the trench runs here are fantastic, man. The problem is our base is super small and dragons are very large. You can actually fit one down here for like raising them up and stuff. Very cluttered. Now off camera did a lot of prep work trying to figure out what to do with foundations, ceilings, things like that to try to extend it out this way. And what I came up with is the platforms, the cliff ones. Now I didn't realize, even though we set this one out, there's actually 3 different tiers to them. Let's grab one real quick. I don't ever build with these guys. And when I do, it's always over on Aberration only. So I didn't know about the different tiers. I'm not sure if that's new recently, or if it's been like that since ASA came out. But with these guys, turn off snapping. You have the small one, right? That size. You have a medium one and a large one. The large one is what we're building with today, and it should kind of double our area that we have right here out that direction. Now, the problem with that is I'm kind of a little worried about things hanging off the side here because it's very long ways down, right? We had problems at the start of this map. We had griffins kind of stored in that side over there, and we lost one. I thought we lost one. Took the whole video for me to realize he fell through the bridge and landed on the ground down here. Now, I haven't had problems on the front side with any of the May lizards, with the pterodons, or anything like that, or the griffins falling through. So it might just be whenever you reload a map, the bridge doesn't load in before the rest of the stuff. That might be why he fell through. Again, foundations I haven't had a problem with, so technically with the cliff platform, things on top of it should be somewhat safe. I mean, we'll see, man, we'll see. But anyways, let's get started for the day. Let's go into deep pockets mode. We are building here a base. And then fly mode just to get started here. So what we're looking for is a clip point that I found that's like right here. It's perfect because it'll make the cliff platform to where it goes almost all the way back here. Actually, it doesn't go all the way, but I mean, it almost hangs out of the cliff there. It rounds off right here where that stick is and all the way over here to the tree. So let's try to get it set properly. It took me like 5 or 6 minutes real time when I was doing my testing to find this spot. Keeps flashing green, and that's where I needed to go. Right there. So double check. I don't think there's any of the stone sticking through. Place it down. And there we go. That works, man. That works. Alright, so with this, I'll show you how far it hangs off. Like I said, it's about double the space that we had before. And then let's go back into normal mode. And there we go. So the goal is to have the breeding barn over here, kind of on the side. There's some rocks here that stick through. Now that one and this one we can get rid of with the Dodic. But that is actual terrain. Now, not a problem because the breeding barn will be covering that up. So I want to have the breeding barn kind of set to where we run down here. It's at an angle like that. And on the side there, it'll be a 4x3. The actual building is a 4x2. But that'll take care of that. We'll have railings around the whole outside. Safety first, just saying. But one of these tiles, probably this one. Probably this one. You won't have any railings up. That'll be the launch point for all of the dragons, for the May lizards, things like that, the griffins. Maybe just 2 full sections we won't do. But all the rest have railings. Now back over here, probably under this, we'll set up a small area for the preserving bin, right? Not the preserving bin, but the industrial preserver, right over there. This side over here, we'll set up a small little area too for the bison. Probably just some foundations, things like that. And that'll kind of sort us out. Now one thing I hate about the platforms is a hole in the middle. You don't fall through it, right? There's actually collision there. But we might do something with either a regular foundation going there, sink it down all the way in, or maybe some of the triangles. We'll see, we'll see. So, let's start off with this. Remove the tree. We'll probably go ahead and install the other JVH pack. Now, we've got the garden decor already installed, but there's one that they make as well that has all the vanilla trees and things like that. I want to set some up back here, just to kind of preserve the look of the area, add some more shrubs and things like that. And let's get out the Dodic, remove some rocks, and we can actually start building. Now, with this, we had some problems before with the Dino Depot, and it was just kind of user error. I didn't know how to turn off the not being able to pick stuff up because of damage. It turns out there's a couple different slots for options in the mod config. So all that is sorted out now, so we can actually pick up Junior. And I also got it sorted out to where when I use a soul ball, I'll just show you real quick because we're done. Got a point? It's one of our breeders. So he can still take damage. You can pick him right back up. But it also keeps the actual Dodic in your hand. What it was doing with the default ones is every time you picked up a tame, it would switch it out for another empty cryo. And I wanted it to have the same creature so I can redeploy it if I wanted to. So all that stuff is sorted out. Ah, man. I always want to have it as close to vanilla as possible for the most part. So somebody left me a comment about that. That's why I love the YouTube comments, man. Learn so much stuff when you can't figure something out, you know? Get rid of these. Now that stick right there we can't get rid of. It's part of the terrain, right? But the cool part is there's no collision. So don't have to worry about it getting in the way too much. And I want to leave all of these. Don't hit the platform. Now we got to repair it. Boy, I tell you what. I like how all these are on the side. So we're going to go ahead and leave those. I think it looks nice, man. Alright, so let's grab some stuff. And I think for the most part, all the structures, we don't have what we need, right? We'll need that. We'll need this. We'll need some of those and these. Everything else we got to build. That's fine. Not a big deal. Drop off you. And then we need some wood. We need fiber. Gonna need stone and thatch. Might need some more wood. So the way I'll work it out is I keep one full stack of all of our resources over here because we're kind of low on slots. And once we get a second one, use that for overflow. I don't like this area though. We might try to work on getting this kind of sorted out later on. It looks good from this side, right? With it sticking out. But over here, it just looks super weird, man. It's because of this, right? With the tunnel, you can't clip things into the tunnel very far. It's weird. It's the way that it goes, though. All right, so anyways, moving on. We'll work on that later on. Let's make some foundations. We're going to need 12. And let's do stone. It'll match the platform. For the walls, we're going to need 4, 5, 6. We got 1. So let's do 5 more. For the slopes, do we have any? We need 4. Make 3 more. And I think that should be good for this part. So again, sitting down the foundations are kind of the starting point for everything. So I want to get them set properly. Let's do it at this angle, I think. Or this angle. Let's do this angle. We'll start right here by the back. That's going to be 4 wide. I don't want to be too close to the cliff there. Let's try this. It did get rid of the grass. So come down here. We have this here. Let's put down some stairs. Kind of works. I wouldn't mind having it over here a little bit more. But that way, once the little ones hatch, we can drag them down here and have a straight shot to this side where there's so much room, right? All this will be open just for little ones. That might work out where it is. That's fine. Let's leave it where it is. It's not too bad. This. Let's try to fix this real quick. It might be weird. Let's grab the fungal wood and paste. It's going to bug me seeing that every time I look at it. But it might look weird with the stone in the middle. Repair you. There we go. Let's make one more foundation. We do a square one. It's gonna look super, super awkward, man. We'll leave it for now. It's gonna bug me, but it bugs me seeing that as well. I wish there was an option in here, right? In this menu, to hide the center point. That'd be kind of nice. It's not gonna happen, but it would be nice. Let's start on this. Take our mind off of the hole in the floor. So for these, one on each side, it's not gonna be totally closed in. It'll be open on the front side. Do some of those. Some of these. Let's actually change these over to windows. You don't want that dino barn smell in here. Let the air flow through, just saying. There we go. Let's make up some of the thatch ceilings. So we need 8, let's do 16. And the reason for 16 is we can do an overhang on the far side over here. And do the small ones. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, if we're building on a cliff platform, such a big area, we could just build a base on this and have our dino breeding area. I don't want to, man. I like living like a troll under the bridge, okay? It's kind of neat. It's a little bit different. And I hate living on cliff platforms. I mean, they're nice for building and stuff, I guess, but they're not what I like having my base on. There we go, man. Alright, so let's get some wood pillars going. We got plenty of these. We'll do thin ones here and there. Here. And there. Back side as well. One over there. And let's do some right here. Frame it all in. There we go. Let's get some railings for here. Kind of set. And that's it. Not much to it. Now we are doing some stuff around the outside too. We'll have some railings here. And there. Then over here as well. We'll make some of the stone pillars. Let's make about 20. That should be enough for all of the outside. I like using them as a border around the sides. Kind of ties everything in together, you know? Now for around here, I'm not sure if we'll do the wooden ones or the stone for the railings. We'll kind of do some testing and see what we want to use. Let's do half one there. Some on the sides. We're going to run out, aren't we? Just need 2 more. There we go. Properly framed in. So what I think I wanted to do is maybe put I was thinking about a refrigerator, but that means another generator out here. So probably just a preserving bin over here on the side, and that'll be for some eggs, maybe for some dragon milk, things like that. Then we'll have the air conditioner tames over here. I'm thinking possibly just 2, maybe 1 out this way. and one out that way, right? We can drop the egg. Drop the egg right here. It hatches. They can leave it right down here. That should work out, I think, for the most part. Possibly. Let's grab them. Now, back on Astraeos, could use just 2 of the air conditioner tames, and would hatch the dragons. But over here, it seems like we need 3. So what we'll do is just use the 2, and then I'll try to get more points into their damage. For their thermal. The temperature over here is usually around 75. Right now it's 73. And I think on Astraeos it's normally around 80 or 90. That might be the difference. So with the Dino Depot stuff, it might be easier to finally throw these guys out without them bouncing. How's a tail? Oh, it's fine. It's inside. You got a point 2, right? Absolutely, you got 4. I know, man. I know. Exciting times, dude. Exciting times. And this one will do right about there. Perfect, dude. Oh, yeah. It's ARK. Just in case, man. Just in case. 4 more as well. There we go, man. That should be good for all of the eggs. Now, for lights and stuff, I don't ever record at nighttime. I was trying to figure out what lights I want to put up here and in the base, but I think we might not put out any. It's not really dark. In the base, it's kind of dim. But we've got the little lights from JVH. Take a look at those real quick. I know it's got snow on it. It's bugged for some reason. Let's make 4. We're not building inside the base today. Oh yeah, it was crafting. I mean, that's fine. 2 is good for testing. I wanted to see if we put these up in here. There's different flavors. That should be enough light. Maybe on the sides here. Put 1 on each corner there. 1 there. Maybe some little ones up here too. It bounces off the ceiling. Very, very nice. We have to crouch to get up to our bed. I know it's weird, but that's a bright one too. Spotlight. That's the brightest, I think. I think we'll use some of these. We'll set up. Not now. We'll do it when we do the rest of the inside of the base and change this over. Let's just set them for now, though, right here. That's in the way. Obstructed. Is it this? Obstructed. Oh, it's part of the terrain. It's super weird trying to build around the terrain with the bridge. There's so much area that you can't actually set something up, you know? That'll work. Put a couple of those out down here as well. Maybe 1 right under the stairs. And 1 more over here. That's stuff for a different video, though. Anyways, so we could put some of those down here if we wanted to. Just for some light, but I think that might work out. So, let's grab the Bison. And work on his area, her area. And all I want to do, I'm thinking, back on this far side. Setting them up right here. I want either 2 or 3 out. See how much room we got here. You could probably set 2 right here. Get it lined up with the wood here. 1 here and 1 right next to it. 2 should be fine for raising up dragons. For the most part. So, what we'll do, let's make some more of the foundations. Let's make 10 more. Because I want some as well for the preserving bin. Or the preserving industrial preserver. Right? So for this, we'll start off. You're right there, so maybe right here? So one on the far side, one on the far side. I want to have the same amounts of these out, and you'll kind of see why in a minute. Let me get these kind of sorted out and set, and I'll show you what I want to do. So what I ended up doing was just making it too wide here, and then we'll put some stairs down. I was wanting to go one more on each side, just so it didn't look too claustrophobic in here for the bison, but it looks like a very large overhang on this side, and not on this side because the mountain sticks out so far. So we'll just do two. That'll be a room for both of them. Let's do some pillars on the sides, just to cap it off. Or out. Let's do 10 more. Now, we're not doing breeding in this video. We'll do it in the next one. For all the tames, we've got to do bison. We've got to do the griffins. We've got to do the dragons. Got to do pterodons for colors. We've got to do... It's a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of stuff, but we needed this guy out here for doing the egg hatching, and I kind of wanted to wait until everything was set properly. I mean, for the most part, right? All right, so that'll be good for the bison, for the milk. Breeding area. So for the preserving... Keep calling it a preserving bin. For the preserver, do we have all the stuff? Where is the fabricator? Not in there. Let's drop off the cement paste and fungal wood. Where is that in here? It is. Fabricator. Super, super noisy. Let's turn off alignment altogether. And put you there. So, cement paste, electronics, polymer, crystal, metal ingot. We should have all that stuff. This, that, metal ingots. I totally forgot the rest. It happens. So crystal's not a problem. Polymer, I think we got some of the organic still. Absolutely. Now I was wanting to do a refrigerator in here. And set it up right here, right? Have the preserving bin and then a refrigerator as well. The problem is we can't clip into the tunnel. So refrigerator won't fit because it'll be sticking out to about right where I'm at. And it's kind of the same problem with the vault. So I'm not sure. Might just kind of leave the refrigerator not on this map until we find a different base build. If we find a different base build, I really like this spot. So we could always put one down here. Like right there if we wanted to. It might look weird. Can we make one? We can make one. We'll do some testing. We can. Give me all this. Put this back where it goes. Give me that. Noisy thing. So, for this. If we set it up right there, it wouldn't look too weird. Even if we set it up like right here, where the grass isn't sticking out. I mean, that would work, right? It kind of makes sense too, because of the cooking pot right here. Let's leave it. I'll see if it bugs me off camera when I'm doing all my farming and stuff around here. Because to me, that should be inside the base. We'll see. We'll leave it. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so... for this guy, what I want to do is set up a small area under here. Probably... off of this board. We'll square it up right here. Now, how's that going to be with the stairs? Totally off-centered. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really matter for the most part. How wide is it? 2 of the foundations? 2 would be perfect. Alright, so let's do probably 6. We got 5. Actually, we'll just start it off with this. Do it right on the edge. That kind of works sticking out some like that, because when you run off of here, then you're right up on it, you know? Now, immediately what we have to do is make it quiet. There we go. Railings, we need some. Let's just make a couple because I'm not sure if we want to use the wood or the stone for the outside. Again, we'll see as we kind of get to it. It's gonna be weird as well. Do this side while we're in here. There we go. Do some stairs as well. And then pillars on the sides. It's weird. The pillars will clip in, but the railings won't. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Does that look too cluttered? It might be better to have this. Maybe over here. The problem is going to be the sticks in the way. I think it would look probably better over here, though. Maybe not lined up with the wood beam. Just kind of like this. That's pretty square there. That'll work. All right, let's set it down. See how it looks. Before we build the rest. So it'll be right about there. We'll have a railing here. Railing there. That's good. I like that. A lot better right here than being tucked away back there. Not as cluttered. Let's go ahead and do the rest of it. We'll clip it into the back as well, just like we did on the other one. Oh, that's right at the edge. That'll be fine. Because don't forget, we're going to have some railings here, too. You'll never see that, so it won't be too big of an issue. That's weird how it clips out weird onto, maybe we don't want it on the back side. We could just end it right here, too. Does it need to go back so far? Let's do that. There we go. Kind of hides that stick a little bit as well. And we need some of these stairs down. We need some of the pillars. Just for a border. And let's see about possibly the stone ones. What if we do this, though? I mean, that would work. Science. Pick up these. Make a stone one. Let's make 2. Let's see how it looks on the edge. So, wood. See, it hangs off some on this because it's rounded. So we definitely need either the wood pillars. We can do a thin one. That looks kind of nice. Or, how do these stone ones look? They clip in all the way because they already have stone on the bottom. I don't like the stone look too much, though. Gonna be honest. Let's go with wood. Now, with this, do we want to pick up this and use stone for a different look? For the pillars? I mean, that looks kind of nice, you know? Different contrast because you got wood, wood, stone, wood. At the same time, it looks like there's not a border right here. Wrong one. I don't need to... I don't need to zoom in. See how that one's a lot thicker? And it covers up the front side. Again, we're never going to see this side of it because it's on the outside, but it bugs me sometimes. Some things like this. OCD, man. Okay? I think what we'll do is this right here. With the wood. That'll work. That's the look for here. There's still a gap on these anyways right down there. On the seam. Alright, so before I go ahead and mass produce all those and fix it, where do we want to have the opening for the launch point? I'm thinking these two right here. Let's grab a dragon. and see what the size is. Dude, why are we always thirsty, man? They changed something with a 5.5 patch for food and stuff, too. Now, I thought it was only Astraeos where they changed the thermals and things like that. But it seems like now I'm getting so hungry and thirsty all the time. I don't know why. That's a baby. That's a baby. Where's our good one? This guy. Oh, yeah. Again, it's ARK, man. It's ARK. So if you didn't see the last video, we got this guy. 180. Colors came with them, too, for the most part. So, it wasn't too bad of a find. And we definitely need 2 of the things missing the railings. I'm guessing this way. It's kind of more out in the open. Those 2 would be right into the bridge. Launch off there. That kind of works, man. Let's set it up like that. Land you over here. Plenty of room, dude. Plenty of room. Oh, we need the Orboraptor as well for grabbing eggs. We'll set them up in the breeding barn as well. We'll leave Junior right here. I mean, might as well, man. Don't go anywhere, okay? Just saying. Just saying. All right, so you're there. We need the Orboraptor, and then need to make 1 more preserving bin. One of you. Have we got any spark powder? Absolutely not. We'll rob this one. Just for a little bit for the moment. Alright, we're going to need some anyways for the... I just need to make some. For the preserver down below as well. Actually, let's do this. Let's take this. And those. We need the Orboraptor. I only have the breeders. We'll set out a breeder for the moment. We need to grab the other breeder and get a little one. This guy will be right here. Stealer of the eggs. Then what we'll do, have this down here for some milk, foods, breeding stuff like that. There we go. Put some of this into there. And the rest of this, quiet mode for him. We'll go in here. And there we go. It's kind of set. I like it, man. I like it. I hate it, dude. I hate it. I hate that so, so much. What we could try to do, let's grab some wood ones. Okay, let's see if we can kind of get this sorted out. Let's do 6. What we want to do, try to put it in the center as best as possible. No, I wanted to sink it down. That's perfect spot, too. I need to sink it down. As far down as it'll go. That should be centered, I think. Check our work. I mean, let's be honest, dude. That is pretty centered there for a first try. I like that better than having the hole in the ground. Again, there should be a cap for that thing in the middle. So we'll leave that. We shouldn't get stuck on it, I don't think, right? We'll have to see when we start doing our hatching and stuff if the little ones will get caught up on it. They shouldn't, but they might. If anything, we can always go and... Ooh, the stairs kind of show through. I think, though, we can use a pillar as well. Maybe, if they get stuck on it. Actually, just line this all the way. It kind of looks nice. There we go. That works for now. Again, we'll kind of see how it turns out. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to mass produce all of the railings and the pillars. Frame this all in, and I think for the most part we're kind of set. Again, got to do breeding for a permanent Overraptor. We need to get another one of these guys. We need actually a breeding pair of them. We got the male and the female. It'll work out for now, but get another female for over here. And then that's it for this area. Maybe I'll do a quick breeding and get a little one while I'm working on all this. It's going to take a minute anyways. That way we got the two set out and it looks somewhat proper. I hear you, Junior. I know, buddy. Bison. Shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't take too long at all to get a little one. Alright, man, so everything is finally totally finished. Super, super excited. Now, we got some work to do inside the base, too. The whole build is not totally done, but all of the major parts are kind of constructed. So what we have is the base itself, right? Landing platform out there. Base. We got a small little docking area right here. Then we've got our breeding area. We've got the bison over here. Now, I got 4 little ones out of these 2 while setting up all the railings, and they're all males. So it's not going to work. I'll try to work off camera getting a female one. But those will both be females eventually for our milk, for raising up all the little ones. We got our breeding barn. We've got the egg hatchers right here, our air conditioner tames. We've got the egg thief, or the egg collector. Sorry, no offense. Over in the corner right here. Preserving bin for all of our stuff there on the side, as far as foods go for imprints. We've got our industrial preserver over here. Almost called it a preserving bin again. All of our railings. We've got these here. You can actually clip them to the edge of the platform, which is what I did, so they go this direction instead of to the side of the railing, so they're not at an angle. Same with this one over here. It's going with the front of the platform. And it wraps all the way around. So on this back side, the platform right here actually changes direction, goes that way. But I went ahead and put it straight to go into the side of the mountain, just to kind of cap it off there, instead of having the weird railings on the inside here. So that is an option. Now on this back side, there is room right here for some stairs. And I'll show you why real quick. That's why I have the pterodon down. You guys keep talking to me about putting down the grinder. Now the grinder, the industrial one for all your tames, it's super big, man. Would not fit even with the platform right here. However, there is an option off on this side. So we put some stairs. Maybe right here. Right, you can set 4 sets of stairs. Maybe just 2 sets right here. It's right on the side of the building. But there's an area right here. Let's get out of the trees. Holy crap, the trees, dude. There's an area right here where the cliff comes down. We could set up some foundations right here and have the grinder right there on the side. That way, you can take your tames, not have to worry about trying to climb up to get into it. Walk them off the side here and let them drop down into the grinder. That is an option if we decide to go the grinder route. I'm still not too sure about that yet. Because, again, it's a massive structure and doesn't really fit in with the base for the most part, you know? Let's get an aerial view before we go. The cliff platform is a little bit too big, but the thing is, man, with the dragons, you got to have a very large area for those guys to do breeding. Because don't forget, we need both outs to get the eggs and stuff, right? So, I mean, it works. It is kind of a big platform. Now, we still got plant species that's set up on this side up here. I want to put a couple sets because of all of the wolves, terrorbirds, carnos, things like that up there. And we'll probably do that in the next build video, as well as doing the trees and stuff. I'll try to install the other JVH pack so we can get all of the landscaping done. And in that same video, we'll work out the vaults on the inside, kind of redo that area, and then work on the overhang here just above the door. Make it look a little bit better. I like it though, man. I like it. Ah, dude. Well, not too bad of a day. A lot of building. And again, I'm super, super surprised that the bridge build has turned out so nice, man. It started off as just an outpost, but again, it's turning into our main base spot. And we might just live here the whole time on Ragnarok. However, we are going to go ahead and leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.